Hey everybody, what's up? It's Luke, and thanks for watching my channel and I guess checking out my journey with Wegovy. Today I'm going to be taking my second shot. I guess I'm not that nervous since the first shot wasn't that bad at all. If you're worried about taking Wegovy because of the pain in terms of the actual shot, it's virtually non-existent. I'm just amazed at how easy and seamless they made it. That was really cool. So I guess I'll just do that at the end. I'll document that process at the end of the video. But today I mentioned Kaiser in one of my other videos, and I wanted to talk a little bit about them because, and I don't want to get anybody into trouble here because this is what the doctor told me. I'm not going to say which doctor it was, but they told me last year when I inquired about Ozempic that, they said, it's a very expensive drug and the company doesn't like, to give it out just willy-nilly. And so I was like, okay, well, what do I have to do? Because, I'm overweight and I really want to lose weight. I explained to her my situation. I explained, hey, I have, 2 jobs, basically 2 full-time jobs that I do, and I don't have time really for a lot of exercise. I need something that will help me lose weight effectively. And so they were like, okay, well, in order for you to do this, you have to do X, Y, and Z. So I've come across this with Kaiser before. Kaiser makes you sort of jump through hoops before you get to what you need. Many years ago, I needed stomach medication, but I went through everything. I went to physical therapy. I went through mental health services and all sorts of things before I got some decent help from them. But you kind of have to exhaust all your options before they give you the top of the line thing that kind of helps you. In any case, they told me, you have to spend about 3 months trying these different medications. I went on metformin, and metformin wasn't great. When I first took it, it was okay. It kind of didn't make my stomach feel too bad, but it did make me I feel like I went to the bathroom more often. It made me way more regular. And that was on, I guess, 1 pill of metformin. I forget how many milligrams or whatever the dose is. But that was 1, and they wanted me to go up to 4 pills by the end. So I was starting with 1, then 2, then 3, then 4. Anyways, when I hit 2, I decided to go to the bathroom all the time. And so I feel like metformin is just something that makes you, it's like a diuretic. It just makes you go to the bathroom all the time, which isn't that great. Running to the bathroom all the time, having a queasy stomach, I don't think that's a great way to lose weight. And so I told the doctor I scheduled. The nice thing is it's really easy to schedule appointments with the doctors, especially if it's an online appointment. That's super easy. So I spoke with her online again, and I was like, hey, I didn't really like metformin. What can you do? And they said, well, the next step is another set of drugs. And I honestly can't remember the name of the next set, but it was like a set of 2 pills I had to take. And I didn't notice a whole lot of difference from that either. And so she said, okay, just stop taking those. But at that point, it was around December, and December was my 3rd month. And that's a busy time for a lot of people. People go on vacation, even doctors take time off. So there was a portion of that month where I didn't get a chance to message the doctor again. And they were like, okay, talk to us again in January, which I did. But by that time, when I finally got back in touch with her, they told me, hey, Kaiser's changed their policy. You have to have a certain BMI in order to qualify. I think it's a BMI of 40 is what I think she told me, which I was right at the cusp. I was at 39. So 39, 40, come on. But I guess they're very strict about that. So you have to be at that certain BMI or higher. And then you also have to specifically speak to their insurance person that's over there, because I just feel like they really don't want you to have this medication. They try everything else first and jump through all these hoops. I just felt like I jumped through all the hoops, and then the bar was raised. So that was my experience and why I couldn't get Wegovy or Ozempic through Kaiser. Others probably can or do. I wasn't able to, unfortunately, and so that's why I went to RO, the website RO, and that's been helpful. I'll talk more about that website maybe next time, and how, I guess, easy it's been to just work with them in getting the medication. So the only problem is, because I have Kaiser, all these other places, they don't accept Kaiser. Kaiser's like its own thing. So insurance and all that kind of stuff, if I have Kaiser, it doesn't even count towards RO or any of those other sites. So I have to pay fully out of pocket for the treatments that I get and take. The weekly injection, very expensive, about $1,500, near $1,600 actually after all is said and done. So it's very pricey and it's really expensive. But I'm trying to see some results. So far, I've just felt the smallest of changes in myself. So maybe that's a good sign that things are happening. I have begun to eat a little bit less. I don't know if that's me with my mental fortitude or if it's just the metformin kicking in. I really don't know. But apparently you should have more of that feeling as you take more. And next month I'll be going up to 0.5, I believe. Well, that's all I wanted to really say. If you have Kaiser, good luck. Let me know if you were able to swing getting Wegovy or Ozempic for weight loss. I just found it incredibly difficult. So you just kind of had to go on my own for that, which is, expensive. So thanks for watching. I hope you're doing well. And here, let's go take that second shot. All right, well, it is time for my second dose of Wegovy. This was shot number 2. It's 0.25 milligrams of Wegovy. I'm going to first, of course, get some alcohol and clean the spot that I'm going to actually inject. And last time I did this side, so I think this time I'm going to go somewhere along this side. And it says to go about 2 inches away from the belly button, which is where this is. So there we go. I need to check that everything inside is clear. Everything looks clear and good. And then I'm just gonna give myself a shot again. Last time I thought it was gonna hurt a lot more than it did. It did not hurt at all, which I'm really thankful for, and I'm hoping that's gonna be the same experience this time. So let's pull the cap off. There we go. I'm gonna pinch into my belly so that it's gonna be a little bit more firm when the shot goes in. And I'm just gonna push in. There it goes. There's the click. I'm gonna wait a second. And I'm done. Pinching my stomach was actually a little bit more painful than I think the shot. So, the self-injection, which I thought was going to be so difficult, turned out to be not that bad. I don't know if you can see that, but the yellow there, I don't think it's going to focus on it. Maybe it will. But it's yellow. I don't know. I can't tell through the screen, but it is yellow, and that means we are done. Very quick to inject Wegovy and relatively painless. I think the anticipation of getting the shot is actually worse than the actual shot itself. So if you're someone who's worried about taking your shot of Wegovy, don't be. I don't think it was that bad, because I was definitely someone who had nerves about taking this thing, and it wasn't so bad. But we'll see how this week goes. The first week was definitely fine. This is going to be week number 2 on Wegovy, and I'll keep you updated.